Any kind of creative pursuit is like a flame, okay? It needs both oxygen and fuel to keep burning and stay bright. We aren't robots, but oftentimes I think that a lot of us expect robotic-like output from ourselves. This extreme ambition almost always results in some level of burnout. Hello, I am Nora Kate. I'm a college student studying songwriting who is interested in basically every aspect of the performing arts as well as writing. And my channel is all about the struggle of being a young creator and how to feel like your unique voice is actually being heard and the lifestyle that helps me perform best in my craft. Today, I am talking about the strategies I use to avoid creative burnout and my experience with it. Let's get into it. Okay, my biggest tip and my biggest strategy for avoiding creative burnout is to take as much pressure off as possible. The main cause of burnout for me is typically pressure that I put on myself that doesn't need to be there. The thing about people who are very creative and very artistic and very smart is that a lot of times they expect a lot from themselves and feel the need to pressure themselves to be the best that they can be. And this can be a good thing. It's good to be disciplined and it's good to push yourself, but a lot of times it can just be a negative and you can have too much pressure on yourself. Pressure does not help you create. The only pressure that unnecessary pressure does not help you create. Unnecessary pressure that you're putting on yourself is taking you out of that creative headspace, out of that creative flow, and making you worried about something other than what you're creating. For example, if you are a content creator and you're putting all this pressure on yourself to get a certain number of videos done per week, a certain number of posts, a certain number of followers, whatever, and you're putting all this pressure on yourself and you're constantly worried about it, this is not going to help you be in the mindset to create, because to create best you need to be relaxed and you need to be imaginative and all of those things, and it's not going to be fun if you have all that pressure on yourself. The only pressure that should be on you in any kind of creative thing is necessary job deadlines if this creative passion is your actual job, or that is it. If it's not your real job, you're just doing this for fun, if there's not any actual deadline that needs to be there, you don't need to put it there. You don't need to put yourself in the state of flying a fighter jet when in reality all you're doing is writing a book or writing a song or whatever like that. It's okay to go slow, have fun, and remember why you're doing what you're doing. You're not doing what you're doing to hustle and make money and be the best at it. You're doing what you're doing because you love it and you want to create something good. So remember that in your mind and take the pressure off. Your work that you make does not have to be good and it does not have to be praised. All you have to do is do. All your job is, as an artist and as a creative person, is to create and follow that creative process. You just need to relax and let your mind do its thing. No one out here is asking you, besides maybe yourself, to be the best singer there is out there, or to be the best filmmaker, the best actor, the best content creator. No one is saying that you have to do that overnight or do that at all. All you have to do is relax, have fun, stay in your creative mode and stay in your creative mindset and do it. Do the thing. Okay. A second thing that helps me a lot. Another thing that I find very helpful as a creative person is to have multiple things that I'm working on and have hobbies that are creative-esque but are actually just for fun. So people who create for a living, the lines between work and play can often get very muddled, and you love what you do, so you want to do it a lot, but sometimes this causes us to stay in work mode all the time. So for me at school, I am a songwriting major. I'm thinking about playing music and composing music all the time, and when I get too into this and too into the studying of it, I will take that mindset into me playing music for fun and I'll feel like I'm still at work and I feel like I'm just constantly on. The same thing with social media. So I found that it's very helpful to have hobbies and have interests other than what your main focus is, and make sure that these are just for fun hobbies. These hobbies can help you intentionally decompress and explore other aspects of yourself that you don't get to while working on whatever your project is. Okay, so my third point for trying to avoid burnout as an artist that has helped me the most is to focus on the substance of your work, not the praise and not the reaction that you get. You cannot control what other people think of your work. That's just not possible. No one can do it. No one can control what other people think about what they're doing. Creating something with the intention of other people liking it is a surefire way to burn out. If you are making a post or you're writing a song or you're painting a painting just because you want external validation and you want external praise and you want other people to like what you're making, you are going to burn out eventually, because when you don't get that validation from others, and when maybe what you're making is a little bit more controversial or it's a little bit more out there, and you don't get that validation, you're going to be upset and you're going to be discouraged, or social media wise, maybe for some outside reason your post doesn't perform well. The only reason and the only thing that you're doing this for is for likes and views and subscribers and that kind of thing. So when you don't get those metrics every time, you are going to burn out, because that's all you want and that's all you're seeing. If you focus on what you're doing and you actually fall in love with what you're doing, it is so much easier to stay on track and to keep making progress. Because if you are someone who creates content but you're focused on the substance, and you made a point to improve in your editing in a video and you're really proud of that, but your video doesn't perform as well because the thumbnail and the title wasn't as good, you're not going to be so upset with yourself, and you're still going to be happy because you're proud of this video that you created. That's the difference, and that's the mindset you need to get into. So this way, every time you finish something, you feel accomplished, opposed to only feeling accomplished when something performs well. Okay, another thing I want to talk about is that it's okay to take breaks from specific things that are getting monotonous and getting tiring. So if there's a specific task in your creative job or your creative process that you find yourself getting tired of, or you're having trouble focusing on it, so if there's a specific creative process that you find yourself getting tired of and you're having trouble focusing on it, just take a break from that specific thing. For me, sometimes I have to take a week-long break from practicing guitar. So for me, my main thing is songwriting and playing music. So there's a lot of things that go into that, like learning music theory, writing lyrics, practicing covers, but I like to set aside some dedicated guitar practice time. And for me, this is usually pretty mentally taxing to learn new stuff on the guitar, because it doesn't come as easy to me as writing lyrics or playing piano. And sometimes I will just have to take a week-long break from that dedicated guitar practice time because I don't want to do it anymore and it's making me feel tired when I go and do it. And that is completely fine, and that I use that time that I would have used on guitar to add more time to my writing routine, things I really enjoy and don't want to stop doing. And that gets me excited, it gets me passionate about what I'm doing, and it gets me more into my creative mode. So breaks can really help you in that way, and it's not taking back from your overall accomplishment or what you're doing. I hope you like this video, and if you have any questions or just want to chat, make sure to leave a comment below. I'd also love to hear about any creative projects that you're working on. I am uploading a video soon about the struggles of feeling overshadowed as a small content creator, so make sure to check that video out. Bye.